darling hearts. It's GAPS coach Emma here, Timeless Cookery. Lovely to see you. I haven't done live for ages. I'm feeling a little bit edgy, actually. I don't know why. I want to talk about poops. That's probably why. Because whatever goes in here is going to come out the other end. And actually, it's got messages for us. It can tell us lots of things about what's going on. You know, we're supposed to go at least twice a day. I'd never gone twice a day. So, but apparently that is the optimal kind of number you're headed for. You know, when I was younger, I suffered with constipation terribly, but I didn't even know I was gone. Nobody told me you're supposed to go twice a day. I'd be like every other day, maybe even more. It's like, so we need to talk about it really. So what happens if you're going more than twice a day? Say 3 times a day? 3 times a day is kind of good, like not so bad. If you're erring on loose rather than constipated, that's the best way to be. So, I mean, if there's a choice, one or the other, you know, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But say you're going 4 or 5 or 6 times, then that's a big message from the body. The body's saying, I've got something in me that I need to get out. And lots of things will trigger it. And it gets to the point where you kind of think, well, what can I eat? Because whatever you're eating, your body is getting rid of. It's because the microbiome is broken and there are toxic bugs in there who are feeding on whatever you're eating, whatever you're feeding them, and then giving you toxicity, and that's why your body is trying to expel it. So, but we can mend the broken microbiome. GAPS is designed to do exactly that. GAPS was designed by Dr. Natasha Campbell-McBride when her son became vaccine damaged. Because he had a broken microbiome, he didn't take his vaccinations very well, and he became autistic. This was 20 years ago. And since then, Dr. Natasha's been treating other children with spectrum disorders. I don't know what they call it these days. What's the politically correct way to call it? But basically, your kids aren't giving you eye contact. They're not looking at you. Some of them are banging their head on the wall. Some of them are crying and having massive meltdowns for you don't know what. But when we heal and seal the broken gut, we find that these symptoms can subside and we can find a balance because the body can get rid of the toxicity. Yeah. So what else can the doo-doo tell us? So what about floaters? Somebody was talking in one of the groups recently about floaters. If the stool is floating, it means it's got quite a high gas content and quite probably a high fat content, which could mean one of 2 things. One is you've got a load of pathogens having a party in your guts, causing flatulence, causing gases that cause the stool to float. Or it could be that you have a fat malabsorption, which means you're just not digesting your fats properly. Again, this is not something that we have to just, take. We can do something about it, and GAPS has got ways and means of helping your body remember how to digest fats. A lot of people who've been vegan and vegetarian struggle with fat malabsorption because their body's kind of forgotten how to digest the fats. So what about if it looks like rabbit droppings? That's a sure sign you're a bit constipated. How about if you just be drinking at least 2 pints of water in the morning before anything else? Because in the morning, that's the time that the body is eliminating. You know, you get up, you're supposed to go, aren't you? For a pee, for a poo. And that's the time when the body's eliminated. So we can help the body further eliminate by flushing it with water. So you can drink literally 8 glasses of water, 2 litres easily, and that will help the body to eliminate. So if you are suffering with a bit of constipation, then just drinking lots of glasses of water first thing in the morning before you eat anything else, before you drink anything else, can really help. What about... Well, there are lots of different... If you want to check out whether your stool is as it should be, what does a perfect poop look like, you can go and have a look at the Bristol stool chart, and that will tell you that ideally, an ideal poop is smooth and it has a little point on the top when you've finished. And actually, when you wipe, there is nothing to wipe. It's fairly clean because your mucosal membranes are in really good shape, and the consistency of the stool is soft and it's not too dry. You're not constipated. When you're constipated, it's dry, and when you're the other way, it's mushy. It's too wet. So ideally, when you wipe, there's nothing to see. It almost looks like it's supposed to look like one of those like plastic dog poos. Those joke plastic dog poos, which I always found horrendously distasteful. But they had a little, like a Mr. Whippy ice cream little point on top. Ideally, that's That's what a perfect poop looks like. And if your poop is not perfect, fear not, because there's something you can do about it. You can talk to me as a GAPS coach and see me at timelesscookery.com. I've got a fabulous membership group, which is really affordable, which will help you understand how the foods affect the poop and how the foods affect the microbiome, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to culture and cultivate a really biodiverse, beautiful garden of a microbiome that can then give you adaptability and resilience. Yeah, because the more wider variety of microbes that you've got in your microbiome, the more adaptable you are. It means the more variety of different foods you can eat, because we're omnivores and we're supposed to be eating a wide variety of different foods. So yeah, check out your poops. There was always a royal doo-doo observer, you know, in historical times. It's a really good idea to just check what's going on, you know, have a look and see what it's like, because you're going to feel so amazing when you go properly. And if you're not going properly, that's a message from your body telling you to sort it out. If you want to sort it out, GAPS is a great way. So see me at timelesscookery.com. Lots of love. Bye.